So we just played a fun game of, can we get the cats indoors? I won, but it was a good game. Now we're in here. It's raining. I'm soaking wet. And the ceiling is leaking. That solidifies for me that all of this is coming down. Coming down. We're opening up the rafters so I have some more height and I have that barn feel all the way across. And then I can get up there and see where it's leaking from. I'm trying to talk to the people. What are you doing? We are trying to... We're doing and you're doing this. Ooh. Oh, and somebody else is jealous. I've been working really hard organizing and moving things for 3 days. I also am incredibly impatient when it comes to wanting to work on my projects, so once I get it in my head that I'm going to do it, I'll do it. That saw was definitely not the right tool, and I couldn't get through the wood, and I realized that I was probably going to have to take the entire back off of the clock to be able to have a better idea of what I was doing. Yet so far. The clock is incredibly old and has the original backing, so it took a lot of time to very gently pry it off a little at a time. If you pull too hard on it with how thin it is and how old and brittle and dried out it is, it'll just snap, and I really wanted to keep it together in one piece. So just the process of taking the back off was probably about 30 minutes of time. There has to be an element of play in your work, I think, to feel really fulfilled. I think at a certain point we start thinking of work as just an exchange of time for money instead of something that's really fulfilling for us. And changing things into other things is something that I've always done. I love finding the secrets hidden in old things and giving things that others would throw away new purpose. But I also don't ascribe to the idea that you're ruining something old by shifting what it was into something new. There's a balance between the nostalgia and the imagination for me. This clock in particular is going to be part of the time shoot, and the idea is to turn it into a miniature clock tower, sort of a castle. This is the first time I've had cats in my art studio, and it is a huge distraction.
Yes, I love you. I do.
You guys are funny. You're so jealous. I can't really put into words for you what it feels like to finally get back into the process of creating and bringing the things in my mind to life. And I'm trying to temper that with actual productivity, especially while I have Tommy here to help do heavy lifting, continue to move things. But I think that just has to be part of the process right now.
That is not a ladder, that is the wall.
Ladder?
What are you doing? Please be careful. I guess the walls are sturdy though.
He's been such a big help, and he understands me and my need for play, because he's similar. He works really hard at the things we're doing, and then he gets distracted by something random that we find and plays with it like a little kid for a little bit, and then we're back to work, which is really fun. Honestly, I'd probably only be about half as far as I am here if he wasn't up as often as he is, helping with all the heavy lifting and problem solving and fixing things. He's been really essential. And then when he's not here, it lets me focus on organizing and getting into creative projects and cleaning, forever cleaning. Maya's pretty fond of him too. Day 6.